What's up? What's up, Doodle Clubbers and Chroma Clubbers? Embrace the power of the Doodle. Okay, well, this is another Ask DCH, and I wanted to give an update on the next coloring book, which I'm actually excited about. It's the Aquarium coloring book app. These are some really nice fish drawn by Blue Lion, and I'm just going to give you a little walkthrough of what I have so far. I think this is actually almost done, and if we can add some more cool bases, I think I can just submit this. So, by the way, this is going to be in portrait mode. I just put it in landscape mode just so it's easier to see on the video, but the final thing will be portrait mode. One of the goals of this app is to actually experiment and see whether portrait is better than the landscape that we had for the flower garden. So as you can see, here are some of the fish that you can buy. There's some cool fish here. I'm going to buy... Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to do another walkthrough. Okay, so those are the bases that we have. The other base we have are from the seaweed, right? And we have a few seaweeds. So look, that's what we have so far. I think I actually have someone who made an octopus, so I'll add an octopus and a pufferfish. So I think those are really cool things, but I'm going to show you one of my favorite fish that we have as a base. And Blue Lion made it, by the way. And I'm just going to color it just to give you an idea of how this game, or how this app works right now. So we load the fish, and I'm just going to kind of zoom in here and color the stuff. So it's really cool to just tap and color now. I think it's gotten better. Let me know if you have any feedback on this. I do see that there's still kind of like, it isn't completely filling. And I think I have a solution for that, so I'll see what I can do about that. But I think this fish epitomizes what, hang on, let me just fill that with yellow, and we'll just, okay, keep with orange. But anyways, you just keep filling stuff, and it's, it's a relaxing app, and I think it's really awesome that we all came together to build this. So while I'm doing this, whoops, I'm going to also continue with the Ask DCH questions. Okay, so yes, I was kind of stretching my voice there, you heard that. Okay, so let's go to the questions. Okay, by the way, we have a new coin code today, and the coin code is Easter 1000. So Easter 1000, type that in and you will get some coins. So there's your cool coin code. Okay, so Frozen Star asks, when can you get the virtual world done? Its timeline is by Easter 6 p.m. DC time. Okay, well, look, these kind of mini projects that we're doing helps me understand how we're going to actually make the virtual world fun and work properly. It's like this coloring book app, it helps me catch a lot of the glitches that I didn't even expect to have. And so the real question is how can we actually move through these mini projects a lot faster so that we can then move on and I can release the virtual world? Because after this project, after this Aquarium app, the next one is going to be the coloring book adventure, where you kind of explore a world, color in stuff, and then win colors. We'll see how that goes, and then I think after that we'll do a little multiplayer thing, with coloring, and then after that we'll do the virtual world. So once again, we're just taking it step by step, and I think that's best because look, you saw that 1-star review we got yesterday because there were a few glitches that kind of ruined the experience. Even though the app was fun if you knew how to use it, it's just those glitches get in the way. And for those of you that have been on Doodle Club a long time, you know that one of the issues that I had early on was all these different glitches. So I kind of recognized the value of having stable stuff and quality, and that's why I'm actually running this coloring book app by players and just getting feedback. And also we're just iterating and improving stuff so that it will be a good thing. We're building off of it and it's stable. So so that's the plan for that. And that was by Frozen Star. Fabulous Misfit asks, what's your favorite sport? What is your favorite color? What is your favorite painting style? Watercolor, etc. Okay, my favorite painting style is Cubism at this point, and also Van Gogh, which I think is impressionistic. In terms of favorite sport, I wish that we could actually turn projects and drawing and creating stuff into a sport. And if you have any ideas on that, let me know, because that's really what would be my favorite sport. I guess if I had to choose traditional favorite sport, it would be floor hockey, but we need to figure out how to actually turn doing projects into a sport. I think that would be really fun and exciting. And if you have any ideas, let me know. If you come up with an awesome idea, by the way, for this, I will send you 10 glow-in-the-dark bracelets. If you come up with an awesome idea for how to turn art or projects into a sport. Okay, what's my favorite color? My favorite color is blue. Okay, Pinkie Pie asks, what is your favorite holiday? I'm trying to think of that. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like All Saints Day, November 1st, because I think that's, October 31st, November 1st was when Doodle Club was released. So I would say that would be my favorite. You know, Christmas is up there. I mean, that's also fun. But anyway, so those are my favorite holidays. Okay, when can you put Virtual World on? Lady in the Flames asks. And I would say, oh yeah, by the way, going back to favorite holiday, actually my favorite holiday would be May 13th, and that's just because it's a personal event that happened in my life that I'm not going to talk about right now, but I kind of designated that as a holiday for myself. So that would be my number one personal holiday. Okay, so where can you put the virtual world on? As I was mentioned earlier, is once we actually stabilize all this stuff so that when people are actually playing, they're not glitching out, because you know that when you do complicated stuff, sometimes glitches can happen. I want to make sure those are stable, then we'll move out the virtual world. Okay, Artie Emma asks, why can't I get coin codes on my Apple device? Please put this in the vid. I know a lot of people are probably wondering this. Yeah, you can't get coin codes on an Apple device because Apple will not allow it. I promise. Like, Apple said, like, hey, why do you have coin codes in here? And they didn't allow it, and I had to remove it. So that's the reason why we don't have coin codes on there, okay? So otherwise, yeah, maybe we would normally have a coin code. Okay, so that's that question. Okay, Toonie Looney asks, do you know who was the first ever player on DC? If not, the first one that you know? Yeah, I was the first ever player on DC. And, yeah. So yeah. Okay, what is the virtual world? Virtual world is kind of like this room, like you see everything visually instead of right now everything is text and it looks like a web page. Virtual world makes it look all visual. Okay, Adria, and that was by Kayomi. Adria Zoe Ackerman asks, DCH, when did you first start drawing? I don't know, like 3 or 4 or 5. I mean, like, it was really young. I mean, I think all of us get to draw at a young age anyways, so I don't think it's anything different. Okay, Miko the Bunny asks, DCH, do you watch YouTube gamers? Yeah, I've been watching Jacksepticeye recently, just a little because I'm into virtual reality and I was trying to, I was looking into virtual reality, just as research for, hey, how can we actually do a VR game or something else like that? And so I saw Jacksepticeye play that, and so I did watch it. I don't know, if you have any other suggestions for other people I should listen to, feel free to let me know. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is by Victory Star. Do you have any enemies on DC or people you dislike? I would say that the people who bully and do mean stuff on DC, I definitely don't like. I mean, but, I try to be friendly, but at the same time, we have to ban the people who gotta get banned. That's all I gotta say. Okay, next question is and this is by Infinite, and the question is there anything you think you could have done previously to make DC a better place? Yeah, I wish we would have engaged in just making sure that everything was done to the best of my ability, because, like, look, these little things like doing projects and other stuff, we could have done this earlier. Just being able to put a YouTube channel, making Doodle Club way more stable. I could have done all that stuff earlier. And so I really wish I would have just done my best at every moment. And that's the one thing that I wish I would have done. And that means bringing in the virtual world sooner too. Okay. So here's another question. It's by Dee the Wolfie, aka Deanna. DCH, what is your favorite movie or show? And also, I'm having a problem with the mini game of the day thing. It won't let me play the mini games. Yes, only the people on Chroma Club can play the mini games. and that's just because Chroma Club has the virtual world and everything else in there, and so it's kind of designed to handle mini games. Now, my favorite movie or show, I would say that recently I've been watching a lot of like, the Star Trek stuff, like Star Trek Next Generation, Star Trek Enterprise, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager. So I'm more into sci-fi stuff. I just watched Interstellar. I thought that was a really cool movie, and inspiring. Um, so yeah, I guess those are the shows that I'm really into at this moment, and it changes. I mean, it's just that I'm more into sci-fi right now, but who knows? Uh, I guess that's it. So, Pink Panda Bear asks, what does DC Patrol do? DC Patrol, if you're on DC Patrol, like every day, certain members of DC Patrol are chosen, and then they can go around and block people who are being rude or mean or whatever else on Doodle Club and Chroma Club. So that's what DC Patrol does. And really, I'm not really accepting applications now. So if you submit it and you haven't gotten a response, it's because we're really it takes a long time to get approved for DC Patrol since you have a lot of responsibility and power. We just want to make sure that it works for everyone involved. Okay, well that's it for Ask DCH. Thanks again, and remember, embrace the power of the doodle. Take care.